Oh, what is that?
Wait. Hi, welcome to the class today, and if you read the title, you'll see that this is the final stretch class that I'm going to be doing because there's a whole bunch of stretch classes up there, and next week is my last class at the gym starting at 4:15, but then the week after I'm going to start at 5:15, so I just thought I'll just take a week off for myself. So welcome along. Let's get into our first position. So we have our heels together. Moses, our knees apart. I'm sorry, they'll be going soon. So we're just thinking about bringing our heels in, pushing our knees down, and that will give us a lovely stretch in the inner thigh area. Abba, Anna? No. Let's see. So we'll hold each stretch for 1 to 2 minutes, depending on how I'm feeling in the moment, I guess you could say. But I'm definitely feeling a lot better than I felt in the morning because I've broken my, I think it was about 40, let me work out how many hours. It was probably 44 hours of just water diet. I wasn't going to go for the 3 days that my brother and his wife did. That, you know, it's an effort. But no, I was just feeling like I wanted to do a bit of a cleanse. So just lots of water. I mean, I feel fine, but it's definitely nice to be eating again and nice to be able to function properly because you really can notice the difference when you don't have food in you. So anyway, nice to have food again. Push down onto your knees if you want more of a stretch. Pronto tienes que mover porque voy a poner mis piernas ahí. Ana, puedes enseñarla. You're probably very thankful that that microphone doesn't work because it used to put on a Mickey Mouse song. And it was a bit of a annoying noise. Let's take our legs out wide. Ramiro's going to sweep the floor tomorrow, so we're letting her eat down here. So, feliz año nuevo 2021. You're a little bit fast. We've still got to wait for a day and a bit. But yeah, happy New Year for tomorrow for everybody. Well, I think it'll be on Friday, I guess you'd say it. It's been a year. You've been with me since, well, March I started doing these classes online, so we've been together for 9 months.
I'm alive for 4 years.
Yes, yeah, it'll be 9 months. Actually, it's 9 months today because today's the 30th, and the first class I did was the 30th of March. So there you go. Exactly 9 months. I won't be doing a class here tomorrow, but I definitely will be. My knee. Ana, mi rodilla y tu sucia cuerpo comida. We're doing one on New Year's Day, 9:30 a.m. All right? So join me.
Help me. Help me.
¿Dónde está papi? Okay. ¿Qué haces?
JK.
¿Lo vio? ¿Le gustó? ¿Lo sabe?
No sé si I will certainly enjoy
Last stretch class, yes. Oh, so you'll be there next Thursday. Come and do my my final abs, butt and thighs class. That's at 4:15 next Thursday. So come along if that's. I'm sure you'll be in there in the morning though, probably doing Zumba. I'm tempted to go tomorrow morning and do the Zumba class. Very tempted.
Do it.
¿Puedo irme a hacer Zumba mañana?
Sí, put it on.
No. Yeah. All right, he said I can go, so maybe I will. So bring yourselves up. Bring our right leg in. Turn your heart open and then just make your way down towards the left foot. You want to just keep turning your heart open, team. Yeah, because my Wednesday night class is going to be shifting to the 5:30 time slot, I just I don't want to do a stretch class too late. I like to get here and then be here for the girls and, you know, put them to sleep. And read them a book. We're reading some really good books at the moment. They're about fairy tales, but with women being the heroes and women, you know, not needing the male to save them. They're the ones that keep saying being the males, and then there's no like, oh, and they married and had children. None of that. They just go off on their adventures. So it's really great. If you want more, Tim, you can take the arm over and just try and reach your foot, and then the other arm can come around. You're sort of wrapping yourself around.
Oh, it's so difficult. Okay.
And you just want to stay here for a little bit. If it doesn't feel comfortable, what you can do, I can't read it because I'm on my side. I promise I'll read it soon. It's very hard to read looking sideways.
I can.
Just opening yourselves out, coming under. Anna, shush. Por favor, tú vas a caer. Keep on feeling that lovely tight stretch through this right waist. That's what we're working at the moment.
It feels much more better.
And use your breath to come on down.
And you can do this in the meantime.
Are you looking forward to coming back to the class?
Like this. Look, it's big.
Maybe you've written that in the third message. I will come and read it. Anna, mueves. Okay, so we're going to come out of that, tweak the leg forward, and then just, I reckon I've sat on some of her biscuit. Anna, what is it in the locker?
Me.
Reach forward into the modified stick. Yes, we'll do. Okay, Zumba at 10:15. Yeah, come to mine as well. It's not a successful time slot on a Thursday at 4:15, I'll tell you that, and I'm very happy to give it up. It's turning into a, what's it turning into?
It's
I can't remember the name of the class it's turning into. Grit class. I think it's grit. Yeah. So that will be at the 5:30 instead of the 4:15 as well. So try and keep your supporting leg nice and straight, and just keep on breathing as you move down into it. So she's giving Alba some assistance there. We're holding this one for the full 2 minutes. ¿Sigues escribiendo? Por favor, no pases todo tu tiempo escribiendo. Esa no me ayuda. I think she thinks she's helping, but she's got to push forward, not sideways. It's not helping.
I'll do it.
Caca, Ramiro, Alba, quedo. Sí, ahora iba a hacer otra cosa. So we'll keep going a little bit longer. I had another roof guy come today, and thankfully he says I don't need to take the solar panel out. He can probably clean under with the high pressure hose. So that's a bit of a relief, because I really didn't want to have to take the solar panels down and get them reinstalled again. So anyway, bring this leg in, take the left leg to the bend, the right leg, you're going to open yourself down. So we hold this position before we even attempt to bring the arm over, just so we can get ourselves used to it, opening the arm, the chest out, and then moving your way down. Ideally, this leg is straight too, right? And if you can't reach the foot, that's fine. You can hold on to your knee, to your calf, to your ankle. Haces estiramientos o algo útil, en lugar de solo poner tus manos como una boba.
I do that. My mom is a standing posture.
Anna's talking to herself in the bathroom. I suspect you can probably hear her. She likes to talk to herself quite a bit, in fact. So if you want more, this is your option. Your arm comes over and you just keep reaching but opening your heart at the same time. And then the other arm just twists to open you. I'm not going to hold this the whole minute. I'm just going to hold it maybe for 10, 20 seconds just to really bring myself down further. And so that for me is about enough at the moment. I haven't been practicing that stretch so much lately, so I just don't feel like I'm good enough at it. We are going to incorporate some face conditioning as well tonight. So those exercises for the face will also come in shortly. Keep opening up. That will work in you through your waist. Alba, más aburrir aquí abajo. Espérame.
No.
I was going to go and show you some of the potatoes that they harvested this morning from the garden down below. Pretty impressive. Quite a bit of catch. A big haul. I'm going to give some to the neighbours. Already gave some to the neighbours. Tomorrow I'll give some more. Come on up. And then bring it forward.
Want me to show you?
Claro, ven a mostrar, pues. Not todo. I don't know why she's showing the whole bag because you can't actually see the potato. Después que muévelo por ahí. So this is our stick modifier. So the leg, try and straighten as much as possible and then come on down. Alba, como una. Porfa, eso no es lodo. Sécate.
Hello, today. They're all that.
They were delicious. We had some today. Quite a few. They were so good. I was telling you, I remember when I was in primary school and we grew potatoes, and then when we harvested them, Anna, no. Anna, mira qué va a hacer. When we harvested them, this is not good. Ramiro, por favor, mira cómo está. Basta, te portas mal.
Suficiente.
This is fun.
Anyway, they're the best tasting potatoes. But these ones, I remember that, it's the same. It's just so good. The day that you take them out and then you cook them. I'm not a huge potato fan, but when they're like that, fresh first day, amazing. That's like when you pick fruit straight from the tree when it's ripe and then you eat it. Again, nothing beats that. I told you the rats are getting into our tomatoes. So I picked up this really green one. How's the bird? I'll get Howard to bring it over to show you. Solo para mostrarlos.
Crazy. You're crazy.
Mostrarlos. That's the green tomato. Tried to save that. There's quite a few other ones there, but Ramirez put a net. I'm like, it's not going to stop the rats.
It is not a net. It's a stick. Called a stick.
So we're going to bring this leg now on top of the other leg. And we have the legs about 90-degree angle. Anna, por favor, yeah. The left arm, push it down. And then if you can, lace your fingers behind. No comes, no es por ti comer así. ¿Por qué? Porque solo tú mordes. Piensas en otros.
¿Tú eres una rata? ¿Una ratita? Vamos, es hora de decir adiós.
This is Sarah, she's a rat.
And she will eat it once.
Adiós. Vamos,
What's
This
this?
one we're just holding for a minute.
I'm a kid.
In a moment we're going to come forward and then we'll start
vamos.
our face conditioning just a little bit. So release that, come through, and we're going to use our fingers to just push our forehead back.
Yo te los llevo.
Anna likes
So just
buttons and Anna, she has buttons. Bye-bye.
they're going.
I'm very patient.
Solo poco agua, amor.
Huge plane and
So this we're going to keep going for 2 minutes, okay? So if you don't want to do the face conditioning part, just really breathe into this position because it's a lovely stretch to get into. And we're just pushing upward, always away from where gravity wants to pull. I just have to keep looking up every so often just to make sure that we're not going over the 2-minute mark. Remember how I was babbling this morning? For those of you who were in the class, it was because I was like food deprived. I can concentrate again. That's how I felt when I got to my class today at the gym. I was like, what a difference when you're nourished. I gotta feel sorry for people that don't get enough food into them. Not healthy at all. Keep pushing up on this forehead and you'll feel the benefit. Then we'll get into some stretches in a seated position again. Maury, I'll ask you, you might know. Do you know with Shopping Town, you know how you had to leave for an hour and then you could come back in and then they start the time counting again? Is that still the case? Let's come up, everybody. Take your arm out and then take the leg out. Is that still the case? Because in case I have to teach like a morning class and then come back in the afternoon, just curious. When the girls are back at school, it's no problem because I can walk to the gym during the day. It's just in the evenings to get back to them quickly. I can, drive. But I'm looking forward to being able to walk. When Anna's at kinder, she'll be starting kinder next year. How good is that? Growing up, little Miss Independent. Let's cross now to the other leg. Take it over and then the arm goes back. Okay. Cheers. So let's cross that leg. Looking back. You know, when Ramiro starts, gets his gym membership starts back again, which I think is next week like you guys, we might come and join you on the Thursday Zumba. And put the girls into the creche when the creche opens. The creche doesn't open until a week or two after that though, so we can't both be in there. But I think, yeah, that will be fun. So we're going to bring that leg down. And what we're going to do is now take the other leg on top. We're going to take the right arm down and then hold on behind if you can with the left arm. So you've got your left knee on top, your right arm goes back. Okay, if you've decided that if you're going the other way, that's fine. Just make sure you've got the other arm. Okay. Just think about sitting tall. I thought you wrote another message, but you haven't. And just keep easing the breath into it. So it feels very strange, a little bit nostalgic that this is going to be the last class and that we've been doing it for so long. But the stretch sessions didn't come in until quite a bit later into our Pilates online adventure, did it? But anyway, release the arms, come down again. You don't have to get into the face stuff with me, but this time, fingertips again, pushing, thumb goes under your chin. Everything else is just over along the cheeks and pushing back. Yeah, I mean, I've had to obviously drop quite a few of the online since the gyms come back. And I'll eventually drop them all off once all the gym classes come back, but I'll still keep going with a few of them for now. Pushing all the way back. She's left her microphone here. Open mic night. La la la. Actually, I was just listening to Pink before some of her live songs because, as you know, I adore Pink and I've seen her in concert. And just, you listen to her in concert or live, whatever, on the video, her voice just sounds the same. She's a brilliant artist, brilliant, talented writer. Anyway. When I held up the mic, I thought of her. She's amazing. Keep pushing down. So last 2 minutes here. If you're feeling any soreness in your fingers, you can revert to being on your pushing with your palms, but we'll do that later as well. We'll get into more of the face conditioning when we lie down. Okay. 6 months ago. Oh, so that was the first one. I think you said the 6th of June. I'll come and have a read of that. 6th of June. Right. So that's when the stretch started. So that's been 6 months, a bit over 6 months. So, yeah, I think if it's 6 months every week, there's enough stretch classes up there that you guys can go and do the repeats if you ever want to. And it's generally the same sequence. It's the same routine I do for myself at night. I do it anyway because I need it for my back. So, I mean, yeah, keep it up, of course. I just won't be here doing it live with you. Bring it on in. I'll do it once the girls go to sleep. Yeah, I won't get back into. I think the classes are still actually 45 minutes at the gym, so At 5:30 we'll be finishing at 6:15, but by the time I get home, shower, and just spend a bit of time with them, you know. Priorities, right? We've got to do what's right for everybody. Now in a moment, this leg is going to go away from you and you're going to just roll over. Yeah, thank you. You're going to tip over. You know, I only see the thumbs up when people do it live. I don't get any notification when there's a thumb up. Anyway, let's start with once they've done the class and then I'm not online. So thank you. Push again with the fingertips. I'm going to give you some option to make this more challenging in a moment. And of course you can just stay flat lying down like this if you don't want to do the face conditioning part. And yes, I said I'm not going to be calling it you know what. So it's just face conditioning now. Gosh, she's left all these crumbs around my mat. I will sweep them up before I go to bed, just in case. You know, you just don't want to think, oh, maybe rats will come in just because we one night leave crumbs around. Take all precautions. My auntie was saying to me that, come on up, team, you can stay here, hold on to your foot, or if you want, you take your arm up, I'll hold on behind. Sorry, I'm a bit out of frame. She was saying that she has a family of mice living behind her fridge. I've never had a mouse in here. Oh, hello. Maybe on a Friday again. Yeah, definitely. On the Friday I'll think of doing it once a month because I think that's what you guys used to like back then. So yeah, I'll bring the stretch class back into the gym. Once a month, definitely can't do it every week. There's a big message. I will come and read that in a moment because that's very long. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to release that. You're going to turn to the other side and then you're going to again get back. You've got to go slower and push on your forehead. I'll come and read what you've written. Do you want me to take my socks off? Or you're just doing your socks off? I mean, you are more than welcome to do your socks off. I just keep them in because I've been cold lately, so I like to keep my socks on because I find that keeps my feet warm. But yeah, sockless, absolutely fine. I mean, gosh, whatever feels best for your feet, then that's what you do. Yeah, absolutely. So take your socks off. I'll keep mine on. I've got the ugliest feet in the world too, so I don't particularly like to take my socks off too often. I do wear thongs though, but I'm mostly in sneakers. So we're going to be but thanks for your question. Of course you can, do it without your socks on. So we're going to come onto your hands. Is that one option? Second option is to hold onto your foot. Third option, arm comes up. And then the next option is to just come down. I think you've written something else and I'll come and read that in a moment as well. Just keep holding on. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Look how pleasing I am. You want me to take my feet off, my socks off? I will take them off. There you go. So you can see my big hideous feet because I have been told that my big toe resembles an egg. So there you go. Okay. There you go. I aim to please people. Let's turn our knees out now. I'm going to take the feet out wider. You can see my huge big arms there. And take the feet. You can see they're big anyway when they've got the foot on. So what we're with the socks on. So what we're going to do again is just palms this time. Push along the cheekbone, down and up. This will also pull your lips apart a little bit more. And that will give you a bit of a spread to take away any lines that you may have. Of course, when you're doing face conditioning, team, you don't just do this once a week. You do it every day. That's what is a really big important note with the face conditioning. This is in place of people that want to do surgery or no problem, or anything else. Yeah, so you're just pushing all the way back. All right, so we're not going to hold this one for 2 minutes. Now listen, let's bring our knees underneath our bottom. Just turn this way. And then you're going to have your elbows more forward of your shoulders and then cup your face. And the beauty of this one is that even though it's not a face conditioning one, you can just pull and just hold there. And this is a stretch for your upper back. So you should be curving your back. So moving the fingers, the elbows forward more if you need, just to have that curve. I'll come and read what you've written in a moment as well. This is not a great position to be in to see what people have written. So just nice deep breaths. Easing in. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to come up. These ones are just holding a minute, and then bring your arm through. So you're going to be, let me fix my hands up, bringing one elbow down, and then the other arm just helps to twist you. So you're staying in this position, and I'll come and read because there may be another question there. I do know lots of sole foot massages and stretches. The best thing you can do is actually to stand on a tennis ball and sort of move your foot around. That can help you. I give a very good foot massage. So if you live in the area and you want to spend a bit of money, I can give you a foot. No, I'm joking. I do actually do massaging though. But no, I think tennis ball is a good one. But if you've got somebody around or even you yourself, you can just use your thumb and press into the ball of your foot and also down into the heel. Come up, team, we're going to switch to the other side. I'm liking this interactive question class. Is it because I've got a final Pilates, you've got a final stretch class, you've decided to come on and start asking me questions? Impressive. So let's open out, the heart lifting up. If only my live classes at the gym were that interactive. Although I have to say that since COVID, classes have been smaller, people are more, I don't know, open to talking. Because remember, classes were around 40 people. Now they're like down in the teens. People are happy to just chat. So people are chatting more than ever, which is good. It makes it social, but I do miss my big classes, I'll tell you that. A few more deep breaths here. And then we're going to actually lie down. And I'm going to move the screen, I think. So just keep going with that. I'm going to move the screen so that I can make sure, James, that I can have my foot in the screen for you. Okay. I'll do that later, all right? Well, can I come down? And we're going to hold, actually, we can try and do it when we're in this position. So this is our happy baby, all right? And we're just pulling down. Might as well try and, if you can reach your thumbs around to the sole, you just got to press with your finger and do some circular motion, all right? So that can help. So just circles all the way around, pushing in. But I suggest the actual arch of your foot. So that part holds a bit of tension too. So you want to push along that part up, but the ball of the ball of your foot, that's one that really holds a lot of tension, right? So that's the one that you would want to get your fingers in, really dig deep, either with the palm or with your thumb. If you've got somebody that lives with you that can help you do that, do that. Also, pulling the toes sometimes can help a little bit. Now, team, if you want a little bit more, you can extend the legs out straight. But if you feel like that's too much for you, you can let go and just have the legs out wide. Look at that. You're getting a huge look at my foot. I hope you're happy with that. I'm not happy. I see what that big egg toe is. It's huge. I've got a bigger foot than my husband. So we're just opening out, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Yeah, but definitely using either the palm or your thumb just to put that pressure on. That does help with the foot. Yes, I've mentioned though when I used to do massaging over in the Galapagos, can you take one leg down? Just some of the clients I would receive, quite funny. I won't go into any details today, but yes. So we want to, if you can, keep this leg as straight as possible, and you can hold on to the foot if you want. If you can't reach the foot, anywhere along the leg is fine. And then we're going to just extend the other leg away. And so this is quite an intense stretch. We're only going to hold it for the minute. And I feel like I need to really incorporate my Pilates breathing into this stretch. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And if it's too much having the other leg extended straight, bend it back in. If you feel like that gives you a better stretch, please, by all means, do that. Now we're going to, like I said, hold this for a minute. You can keep the leg straight and take it out to the side, or you can bend the leg in and take it out to the side. So whatever feels best for you, but the leg is down and it's touching. And then the other leg, keep it straight. Try and turn the toe outward rather than have the toe rolling in, which is what it naturally will want to do. And that way you get a better stretch for your hips. So remember, keep turning the toe of the extended leg that's away down, outward. The other arm can be straight. Now we will get into more face conditioning. Be patient, I'll get into it. Just we need our hands in this position just to keep the shoulders down. I know I have done face conditioning here with just the one hand pulling back, but not tonight. Nice deep breathing, please. So again, this is just another minute here. And then this leg that's out to the side, if we could bring it in and just let it come down flat, and then the other leg comes up with a flexed foot. So remember, you're holding anywhere along the leg or the foot, but you're keeping your leg as straight as possible. Nice deep breathing. Remember, you still want to try and do some of the contractions in the belly like we do in Pilates when you're doing these breaths. Stomach nice and contracted. I had this guy in my class this afternoon who was doing the lockdown balance. He was so good at it. And I was like, are you an ex-dancer? And he's like, no. He goes, I've just got short legs and long arms. I was like, no, impressive. He looked good though, because he was one of those muscular types. So it was like leg right out there. Very, very good. Straight leg if you want it. Sorry, I didn't do that sooner. As you're exhaling tummy, move it down. Nice strong breaths there. Now for those of you who want more, we're taking the leg out to the side and the arm down just to keep the shoulders flat. Try not to rotate too much. Remember, turn the toe outward rather than let it roll in. Nice deep breaths, remember. And this is giving you a really great stretch from your groin all the way through the inner part of the leg out towards the heel. After this, we'll get into some exercises that will release in through the glutes and the lower back. Yeah. So this leg that's out to the side, let's bring it on in and cross it over the other thigh and then pull the legs in. So here we're going to hold on with one arm or both if you want, but here, if you want more, you're going to pull again. In a moment we'll get into it a little bit more intense, but you do sort of need to hold on with at least one hand. That's just to give you the best benefit for the stretch for your glutes. So the face conditioning part, that's just purely an option, okay? And if you want more, you can just do some circles with your ankle. So that will give you a bit of a release in your ankle. And then once you've gone one way a few times, you can reverse it, go the other way. Then if you're feeling like you can leave your legs there without holding on and you're feeling still a stretch, you can bring both hands back and start to just push back. You can do it whichever way, if you have your arms back or pushing with the arms up high. And all this is just about trying to smooth out any lines that you have. I mean, it's not going to, it's sort of the same as getting something done surgically, I suspect. I don't know, but I'm going to just keep doing these because I think that it's beneficial for us. And it's, look, it doesn't harm us, it's completely natural. All right, so we're going to hold on to the opposite feet, right? And then you're just going to lower your legs in the opposite foot position. And then from here, you can either have your arms up, just relaxing, or we're going to work under the eyes a bit. So you're just pulling, not pulling, sort of just running your fingers underneath the eyes from the inner part, where the nose is, and around. I found that that's definitely, like I said last week, I think, part of where we want, well, yeah, it's something that we don't work as much as we work necessarily the forehead, but it's definitely part of the area that we need to work as well. Just hold this one for a minute, so just a few more seconds to go. And then we are going to cross the other leg on top, so pulling the legs in to start with. So we're going to cross the other leg and pull the legs in again. So do you feel how tight that is under there? I hope you do. It's good. So we're going to just, with one arm, just pull on back. This time, just sort of go from one part of your, like the temple, and then to the other part of the temple. So we were doing the center part of the forehead before. Now we're going just side to side. Make sure you're pulling your leg in really close so that you're getting that benefit all the way through the glutes and therefore releasing into the lower back. Now, if you don't want to do the face stuff, just hold on with two hands. That's absolutely fine. You can do some circles now with your ankles. Just a few times each way. So once you finish that, reverse it the other way. And then, keeping it still, if you feel comfortable with your legs letting them go, you can just use both hands to pull along the eyes and just sort of creating that cat eye look. Almond eyes, I guess you could say even. So keep on pulling it in. Just make sure I can still see the screen. So it's sort of out and up. Now we're going to hold our opposite feet again, and then keeping them in that cross position, lowering down. So again, you don't have to do any face yoga or face conditioning. Oh, I said the word. You can just take the arms overhead. Otherwise, again, under the eyes, around and up. Just a minute here. Then we'll do a little bit for our hip and our back, and then we're going to change positions, okay? Around and up. Right, yep. So what we're going to do now, we'll do our back stuff first. So arms to the side, keeping your knees stacked, just take them down to one side and you can look away from your legs. We're not going to move the face in this one. Just let the face relax a bit. And use your nice deep breathing to relax you into this stretch. 1 minute we'll come here and then we'll do 1 minute on the other side. So keeping those shoulders down the whole time, that will assist you in the twist even more. So we're going to just gently bring those knees up, trying to keep them stacked, and then take them the other way, keeping them stacked. And of course you're looking away from them, or up is fine too. Just the main thing is to keep the shoulders flattened down, the arms out to the side. So after this, we'll just do one that will be opening up through our hips. It's a little bit of a challenge and it does feel a little bit sore to do, but you can just push it as far as feels comfortable for you. Just a couple breaths more here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold on to our ankles of the same feet and then just try and bring the knees together and the feet are out to the side. And you'll see how this just works you in through the hips. The lower down that your knees can go. I mean, gosh, when we were kids, we could have our legs flat, right? But it's quite an intense stretch here. While we're doing it, just give some tap-taps underneath your eyes. Why not? Because you don't really need your hands for this exercise. Down for the legs, you don't need your hands. After this, we're going to move and change positions, and I'll have to move the screen up because we're going to get into a lot of leg stretches. Some of these leg stretches can help you with your feet possibly. But if you use your deep breathing, send it to wherever is feeling really tense, and that will try and loosen it out a bit. The longer you hold a stretch, it starts to ease a bit. All right, so bring yourselves with the legs in, and we're going to come on up, and I'll just get you into the stretch while I move the screen up. So have your foot in line with your knee, and you're going to be leaning forward, but pushing the heel down. So you're leaning forward, but at the same time you're trying to push the heel down. It's not the same that you're sitting back, okay? You've got to push forward and then lean back. Now I'm going to move the screen up. And that way, when we come up higher, hopefully it'll still be on the screen. So this is great for your Achilles. Then you could press on the heel underneath, give you a little bit of a loosening sensation. It's up to you. So the next one will be working for our quad. I might just fold my mat a little bit. You may want to do so too, just for some extra padding for your knee. And then we're going to come up, take the leg to a 90-degree angle, and then outside your body line at the 90-degree angle. And then if you can, you're picking up your foot. I'll come back to the side to show you, slide on. So there we go. Try not to fall. I'll go the angle the other way because we need to go the other way to show you the stretch that's coming next. So I'll just keep on swiveling. Not as graceful as those ballerinas in those music boxes. Made me think of them. How they did their lovely little turn on one leg at me. I'm just like, I'm not known for my grace. You know that. For my strength maybe, for my fitness maybe, but not for my grace. Let's leave that leg and we're going to just move ourselves forward more. And then if you can, you're coming down onto your elbows and your foot's sort of outside your body line, as you can see, and you're on your elbows. I'm going to rotate around a bit just so I can see the clock. So this is a really nice inner hip, a little bit in the groin. You reckon Sydney's about to explode? I think they're idiots for not shutting down. I think that the Premier cares too much about the economy and not enough about long term. Like if they shut things down from the get-go, they wouldn't have these cases continuing now. They're letting people still party on and go to people's houses. Yeah. Anyway, she can do it her way. Thank God we're not still in that situation. Come up and we're going to take ourselves back. And then if you can, you're crossing your hand over your leg. Yeah. And that way you're going to be feeling a lovely stretch on the outside part of you. Keep that deep breath coming. I think we're just all relieved that our borders got shut so that we don't have the potential of that coming here again. It's just a shame it has to happen, that all these problems with the quarantine had to happen, because we wouldn't have had the outbreak here in Melbourne or Victoria. They wouldn't have had theirs in Sydney. I mean, it's just, Scott Morrison really should have made this a federal quarantine issue and put them somewhere completely isolated, and then this would never have happened. It's a federal issue, border security, anyway. Here I am, I'm starting on politics again. Seriously, it's all avoidable. Let's take ourselves to the side and keep moving this leg down to the side as much as possible. Right, so your foot's forward facing, and then you can sit back. Right, so you're just moving the leg out to the side, and that way you're going to feel it all the way through the inner thigh. Use your deep breathing if you need to, team. That's really important. Let's do a little bit more for the face. Right, so just like you're in the shower and you've got wet hair and you're taking that wet hair and just pushing it back. This one's really intense, but I'm going to get us to hold it for 2 minutes, okay? We can continue with this, just pushing back. My palms are pushing along the cheeks and up, while my hands and my fingers are pushing along the forehead. So continue this on. If it gets too intense, you can just sit up a little bit and then work yourself back down again. A little bit longer here, team, and then we'll move into the next exercise, which will be actually all the same leg exercises, but for the other side. So we've done one side, so let's come out of that just gently, and then we'll get our other foot in line with the knee. You're leaning forward, but you're pushing the heel down. The kids are coming. Be warned. On their way.
Mami,
No confundas. ¿Qué quieres?
anda desnuda.
No, sácala. Anda, porque hay dos desconocidos que están escribiéndome, dos hombres y no sé quién son. Dile a papi. ¿Por qué? Yo no sé. So we're leaning forward, pushing the heel down. Entonces no quiero que ellos se bajen desnudo y sin medias tampoco.
¿Tienes uno arriba?
Sí, 10 minutos.
10 minutos.
They're not coming down. They're just here to annoy a little bit. So remember, lean forward, pushing the heels down. Oh, Val, I'll come and read what you said. Oh, you gotta go. Okay, see you Monday. Let's take this leg forward, 90 degree, take the leg out and then holding the foot, hopefully with both hands and pulling the knee in. Have a happy new year, by the way. So Val's gone. You might still be there, but do everything on your other side. You're going to be uneven. It's a bad time to leave because we've got to do everything now on this leg. But anyway, that's all right. I'm sure she'll know what to do to help herself get even. So this is all about the quad. We're working the front of the leg. And we're going to get into it a little bit deeper as well as those hip opening exercises. So to come out of that, just lean forward, gently let the foot go, and then this leg will come forward, and you're either going to have your hands or your elbows. Yep. There's a lot of new people at the gym, by the way, Murray. You're just going to be surprised at how many new faces you see. It's like a lot of the old people haven't come back, but a lot of the new people are, just there's a lot of new people. It is bizarre. I mean, I had a small class today. 3 of the people were new people. Oh my gosh. Keep sending the breath wherever you think it's needed. So if I'm like, for example, feeling sore here in my hip, I try and really send the breath, focus on pushing it down towards that area. And that helps ease any tension. So we're going to just come up onto our hands, come on back, toe lifts up, and then you're turning your body, twisting towards that foot, holding on to that leg. So Friday's class, I'll let you know the schedule for next week in terms of what Pilates online I'll be doing. Then it will, it'll probably stay the same until late Jan, when more of my classes at the gym go back, different gyms I should say, because they follow the terms. So that's why, everything changes a little bit. But it's been nice this week. I've done quite a few online sessions again. Like when we were in real complete lockdown, hey? Beautiful bird. So take that leg out to the side. I'll just move myself over this way so the leg foot stays on. If you're still there, James, you can see the foot. So the foot's going forward facing, the toes are forward facing, and then you're coming down onto your elbows. 2 minutes here, bit of face stuff coming in your way again. So we're going to just do with the lifts and just pull them. This is for 1 minute. And then we'll move the hands to a different position for the next minute. So we're actually using a whole lift, pushing. Do your thumb, if your fingers get sore. Like I said, with this same stretch on the other side, you can come forward to then come down again if you're feeling like there's too much pain. So palms now, and just use the whole palm and maybe even the finger to just use this to pull back the whole forehead. Nearly there, team. Keep it going a little bit longer. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to gently release that, bring the leg in, and we're going to get our hands into the prayer pose. but behind our back. Okay, so in the prayer pose here, and then we'll take our head over to one side. If you can't have your hands with the palms flat against one another, then please just lace your fingers. That's absolutely fine. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Then head comes up and over to the other side. And head comes back into the center. And team, I think that is where I'll leave you with the stretch class tonight. So great effort, everybody. Thank you so much for all the questions and all the the chats. And have a happy new year. I'll definitely be here Friday, or you can catch me at the park at Timberidge Reserve, 8 a.m. on Saturday. Otherwise, I'll see most of you back at the gym next week, so that will be lovely too. So enjoyed doing these stretches. I can't believe it's been over 6 months, but I can because we've done over 9 months of classes. But I'll still see you here for the Pilates. Take care, everybody. Bye.